Hey, I'm back with another video. There's a very common problem that keeps coming up over and over and over. I read a lot of your comments, and the topic of today is this. I'm doing keto, I'm on intermittent fasting, but I still crave certain things, and I'm still hungry when I'm fasting. What do I do? Well, let's talk about that. If you're doing the exact plan, the plan that I laid out, your cravings will go down to zero, and your hunger will go down to zero between the meals. In fact, yesterday, I was fasting until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was absolutely so satisfied. I was not hungry. Even at 3 o'clock, it felt like I just ate, like I was filled. My body was actually burning fat all day long. I felt great. I had no desire to eat whatsoever. If you're trying to lose weight and you're not hungry like that, keep going as long as you can. The problem I have is if I don't consume 2 large meals a day, I tend to get a little too thin. I could potentially have a lot more food in that one meal, but I just cannot cram in 3,400 calories in one meal. I just can't do it. I'm usually eating at 3 or 3:30, even though I am not hungry. I actually feel way better when I don't eat versus when I eat. What happens when you're doing the right program and you're fasting is your body has converted 100% over to the state of ketosis. Now realize that if your body needs any glucose or sugar at all, it will easily make it from fat, from ketones, from protein. You don't need glucose. You don't need carbs. Here's the thing that I run into over and over and over again. Now, just out of the blue, you're just hungry or you're craving something. Reflect back to yesterday. What did you eat? Were you doing sort of keto? Was there anything that you ate that maybe you shouldn't have eaten? Are you eating keto-friendly foods that have maltodextrin or tapioca? These definitely are not keto, even though people claim they are keto-friendly. A little bit of pasta, bread, fruit like a banana, or even some dates will definitely create hunger and cravings the next day. That's just what's going to happen. It's nearly always too many carbs the day before. If you stay consistent each and every day, your hunger goes down to zero and you have no cravings. Now, it could also be stress. Stress can also release glucose that's stored in your liver. So that's another possibility. Also, your sleep. If your sleep is poor, that can affect your blood sugars as well. You see, hunger and cravings are the absolute best way to know that it's working. And once your appetite goes away, it's very, very sustaining. You can stick with this thing for a very long period of time. I just can't imagine someone being on a diet with hunger and with cravings. And that's pretty much the majority of people who diet. And that's really, really tough. I don't know how they do it. This diet, keto and intermittent fasting, you're in the state of producing high amounts of ketones. And one last thing, if you're craving salt, just consume salt without the carbohydrates, as in a French fry, potato chip, or some other salty, crunchy carbohydrate. If you haven't seen my beginner video on keto, I put it right here. Check it out.